All right, hey everybody, it's Kyle coming to you from my car. Just hanging out after getting some shots. It's a perfect time for me to do a podcast episode because it's pretty much the amount of time that I need to wait before I can drive on home. So it works out perfectly. That music that you heard there at the beginning is a group called The Upsides, and that is off one of the Vinyl Moon collections that I have coming. I have two coming. I have number 91, and I think it's 93 or 94. I can't remember. But that's how many records they've put out over the years. But yeah, pretty good stuff. I dig it. I like that sound. And there's other music on there that doesn't even sound anything like that at all. So it's pretty wild. But such great mixes, you know. Good stuff. I will put a link in the notes, and you can actually go on, and they have a little player built in on their website, and you can kind of go listen, and they've got a little bit of 3D animation going when the songs are all playing. Or you can go, and actually better sound quality is probably Spotify, and they have all their playlists on Spotify too. I'll put both those links on there. You choose what you're interested in. So what's going on that's good in my life right now? Well, you know, I mean, the kids are busy still. You know, really the only difference is they're not in school, and so they're working. You know, they're working. They got other things going on. I mean, my daughter has. I'll go ahead and do a little bragging real quick. She's already had her first save. That's pretty humongous. 5 days on the job, she's had her first save. Crazy. So they give out these beads when you have a save, or when you get like a patron compliment or recommendation, or if you get a coworker compliment or recommendation. And my son's got one of the saves, and he got that like last year, about a year and a half ago, and then a year and a half into the job, and then he also has gotten a few of the, you know, helping out coworker type suggestion beads, and now Audrey has gotten both of those also. So she has a save. Had to do a little wave pool jump to get in there and get someone out, a younger kid who was having kind of a tough time, got him out. Everything was fine, you know. And then she's also gotten some recognition for doing a good job at work. So these kids, they're just really good kids, man. They're really trying hard. They're working hard. Yeah, they may not make as much per hour as people make at McDonald's, or even at like a local car wash or something. On the other hand, I don't know. There's just something about being a lifeguard, you know? It's got a lot going for it. I don't know. You'll always have a job, number one. That's what I told them when they were going to start looking for jobs. You'll always have a job. Like, even through college, if you need some part-time work, you can find some work as a lifeguard. I'd almost guarantee it. So, I'm glad they kind of listened to me, and it seems to be working out really well for them. He's been doing, this is his third summer at the water park, and actually he's mostly been doing indoor stuff because they're so short-handed. He's been doing the local community pools that are owned by the city also, and going in there at 4:30 or 5 in the morning to work that first shift. But then when he gets off, he's got the rest of the day, so it's not really a loss. It's actually a pretty big win. And he's kept him pretty busy. His girlfriend who graduated, she went to Europe with her family, her mother, I believe, and either a cousin or an aunt, I can't remember. And you know, they went to England and then over to France. She got to go see Harry Styles live in Paris. Wow. I think Paris. I don't know. It might have been elsewhere, but it was in France. So she's pretty excited about that. And she came back finally yesterday, because that's definitely been... I'm sure they both missed the living shit out of each other. I know he did. So I'm glad she's back, and he's definitely going to feel a little bit better with that. But yeah, I mean, those are the things that are going on in my life that are really good. You know, kids are doing great. We're doing great. We're just getting some things taken care of around the house and starting to get ready. We got to rip out a few more things where the pool was. So we can put in a cement pad, and we're going to plan on putting in that hot tub this fall. So there you go. And I've also been looking at some vacation spots. Next year in the spring, for spring break, the kids are both going on a big trip with the school music department. And a couple of years ago, not this last year, but the year before that, they went to Orlando, to Disney and to Universal Studios. The marching band, the regular concert bands, the choir, all of them. And they got to go there and do a lot of cool stuff. One thing they got to do that was really awesome, which I can never show you because Disney is so secretive, and I get it. But they got to record and score some music for an animated feature, or part of an animated feature. So that's pretty awesome. So now a different group of kids, even though my son will be going again, and they're going to Disneyland in California to do that next spring. So that's pretty cool. They're going to be doing that. When they're off doing that, the wife and I are going to take a much needed vacation, just us two, to somewhere tropical. I've been looking at a lot of different places. Of course, I would love to go to the Maldives, but it is a 30-some-hour flight each way, so that doesn't sound too great to me, you know. And we looked at a few other spots. We looked at Fiji even. Again, 18 or 19 hours on top of having to get to LA from Kansas City. So, yeah, I mean, that's a lot, and it's very expensive. The Maldives is actually pretty reasonable, but damn, dude, not as far as time goes. I mean, you're talking about losing a full day each way, and then some. Now, it is beautiful, and I would give anything to see it, but not right now. So we're probably looking more at like the Caribbean or something like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. But we're just kind of inspecting some places and trying to see what looks good. So we'll make a decision there. I know, not a bad problem to have, right? All right. I don't need to take a break, so let me just go ahead and talk about what I'm into right now, music-wise. Well, I have these two Vinyl Moon records coming. Number 91, which is called Early Checkout. I purposely bought that one because I liked it so much. And then I think it's either 93 or 94. That will be the new one for this month. And those should be here. It's really hard to tell, dude. Their tracking is so bad. They may not be here till next Monday, but they could be here this week at some point. In addition to that, I've been kind of a bad boy when it comes to buying stuff online. I have a copy of De La Soul's Baloney Mind State, which I love. That was actually the first De La Soul album I ever had on CD, and I listened to it like nonstop. I Am I Be. I love that song. I love that album. So that's on its way. I found it for pretty cheap, like $21 or something. And then I also have a copy of the 25th anniversary of Urge Overkill's Saturation, believe it or not. That is out. And actually, I think we're closer to the 30th anniversary of that, but I have the 25th anniversary copy on the way. Mint, unopened. So I'm excited for that to be coming as well. I love that album. Every song on that album is stellar. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Blasting that one a little bit. So that's about it on music. And like I said, I've been listening to these other Vinyl Moon playlists. They're all on Spotify. And they probably got about a dozen or so on their own website with the animated stuff that plays along with them. It's pretty cool. What have I been watching? You know, nothing really special. You know, I finished a few things. I finished the 3 Mile Island documentary series that's on Netflix. And I've started watching the Fukushima one. I cannot remember the name of it, but I'll see if I can find a link and put it in here for you. But it's pretty interesting. It's more like a docudrama. It reminds me of the Chernobyl show that was on HBO a couple years ago. It's a lot like that. Maybe a little more dramatic and cheesy, you know. But that makes sense. It's more. I love Japanese culture and everything, but they tend to lean heavy on the drama sometimes. So there you go. But yeah, I've been watching that. It's pretty good. Digging that one. Nothing else as far as movies or TV or anything. I did start watching the documentary for Joy Division, which is amazing. I purchased that documentary on. I can't remember what is the name of that. There is this, I get these emails and it's like you can buy these digital movies, streaming movies for, if you have a Vudu account, which is free. But you can buy these movies, or if you go buy DVDs or 4K Blu-rays and stuff, or Blu-rays, sometimes they'll come with a digital code and you can put them on your Vudu account. So then next thing you know, you turn around, I've got like 90 some Vudu films and documentaries. So that's VUDU. So sometimes I'll get these emails and they're just like, hey, we're having a sale. And it'll be like 3 for $10 for 4K films or for Blu-ray or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And so they had something like that. And one of them was this documentary from Joy Division. So I started watching that last night. Pretty interesting. I didn't know just how crucial they were to the history of that kind of second British invasion that we had in the 80s, or late 70s, early 80s. So pretty amazing. Definitely enjoying that. And then the wife and I kind of started watching a little bit of Moon Age Daydream, the David Bowie docu film, kind of experimental film thing. I went and saw it last year, or not, maybe not even last year, but you guys remember. I went and saw that in the theater in IMAX. It was amazing. Speaking of IMAX, there is something I do want to see soon, and it's coming soon, and that is a really incredible looking film. And they've used, the crazy thing about this movie is they used special film that was created just to make this movie. A special type of IMAX film that shoots black and white. It's Oppenheimer. Kind of a semi-documentary about Charles Oppenheimer. So I'm looking forward to that. Pretty cool. But yeah, check it out. That's really slick. Yeah. All right. That's about it as far as movies or watching things. There's really nothing else I'm like. I do want to see Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse or whatever, but you know, I can wait on that. It's not the end of the world if I don't see it in the theater. I'll live. And that's it. Okay. What about reading? Not much. I did finish the book, audio book that I had going, and I really liked it a lot. I talked a lot about that book. No One Goes Alone by Eric Larson. I liked it a lot. It's a great kind of murder mystery, and yeah, man, he writes good stuff, man. End of story. And then so I started a new one, and I'm about an hour and a half to 2 hours into it already, but it's The Donut Legion by Joe R. Lansdale. It's really good. And it's not Hap and Leonard, which is what my favorite stuff is by Joe Lansdale, but it is a different story entirely about a guy who is visited apparently by the ghost of his ex-wife, or the spirit of her, and she exclaims to him a couple strange things, but it sends him on this journey to figure out what's going on. And she's gotten involved with this odd cult, believe it or not, and they're called the Donut Legion, and the reason is because they have all these donut shops. So that kind of tells you where the name comes from. But like I said, I've only got a couple hours into it, so maybe, like a fourth of the way into it. So I'm looking forward to the rest of it. It's really good. Classic Joe Lansdale writing, dialogue, good stuff. I don't know how he comes up with some of the dialogue. A lot of these sayings and things that he has in his stories and his books, that must just be the way people speak in East Texas. I don't know, but I love it. I can't get enough of it, so enjoying that. But yeah, that's about it. Comics, not really. I haven't really read anything new, but I need to. Yeah. Let's see, gaming. Nothing much really there. I did start up Black Mesa. I need to try and get at it again, but maybe, lower the quality as far as graphics and everything, because it was kind of getting a little choppy. I think I went all high on it. Now, what that is that's a remake of Half-Life, the original game Half-Life, but they've done it with improved graphics and all that stuff. But it's pretty cool. I never really played all the way through Half-Life or Half-Life 2, so I want to. So there you go. That's what I'm going to do. I imagine they're probably going to do the same thing in Half-Life 2. And that's it. Podcasts, nothing really new there. Nothing more than you guys already know about that I've discussed. There's a new episode of Radio Rental this last week. I don't know what's going on with High Strange. I guess maybe that was it. They only had so many episodes to start with. 8 episodes. It's kind of a stinker. Because I really got into it and really like it. Got an episode of I Survived I'm listening to right now. And I mean, that's really about it. Kind of slow in the podcast area. Death Island has an updated episode, but it's really just a court case episode about these guys that got pegged. It seems falsely for this murder of some tourists on Katal in Thailand. Yeah, that's it on podcast. Nothing really new there. I mean, that's really kind of it altogether, guys. I appreciate you guys listening. I really do. If there's anything you guys want to talk about or suggest or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. And, you can tweet, direct message, whatever. You can contact me directly. There will be a link in this particular episode's notes where you can actually reach out to me directly if you have anything you want to have me talk more about, stuff like that. But that's it, guys. Again, I appreciate you listening. It's real sunny, so I have the car closed down and everything. It's already kind of warm, even though it's early in the day. So, yeah. I mowed last weekend. I was burning up, man, like dying. Like Sunday, I was just dying. So, but it looks great. I mean, my lawn looks fantastic. And I know, trust me, I've heard the story. Oh, you shouldn't mow. It's actually a waste of water. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I know, man. I wish I didn't have to. Trust me. If you can convince the rest of this country to not fucking mow lawns, and so that I don't have to take care of a lawn, I would be in your debt forever. But that's not the way it works, is it? That's a fantasy world. I understand it. Until we're so short of water that people are having wars over water, we're probably not going to be cutting back on our lawns. It's a property thing, guys. Get over yourselves. I understand where you're coming from. I don't even disagree with you. But I do know that if I don't mow my lawn and take care of my lawn, I can get slapped with tickets for it. So, damned if I do, damned if I don't, right? So you keep fighting the good fight. I'll keep mowing my lawn. That's all, guys. And since I am mowing my lawn, do me a favor. Get off my lawn.